Hi everybody, welcome to this week's edition of To Read or Not to Read. My name is Becky and I'm here to give you a few recommendations for really great books for beginning knitters. Now, quick backstory about me: I started knitting in September of 2020 when, due to the pandemic and the lockdown, I realized I was in desperate need of more hobbies. And knitting is what I decided to get into. So I've only been knitting for about a year. These recommendations are coming to you from someone who I would say is like advanced beginner to like beginner intermediate. If you, like me, are looking to improve your technique or to refine your technique, you might find these books useful. So the first recommendation I have is Vogue Knitting, the Ultimate Knitting Book. This is a fantastic reference guide. It has all of your basic stitches in it, how to increase, how to decrease, what seems like 1,000 different ways to cast on and cast off, and why you might want to use each different cast on and cast off version. It has how to design some very basic patterns, so it looks at like your basic shawl shapes. This is how you would go about designing those, and then how you might go about tweaking those designs to fit your personal taste. It's just all around a great book for just general information on how to be a good knitter. The next book I have for you is The Knitter's Book of Wool, The Ultimate Guide to Understanding, Using, and Loving This Most Fabulous Fiber by Clara Parks. If you are like me, I love knitting with wool. It's so warm in our South Dakota winters. This book delves into everything you would ever need to know about virtually every type of wool that is out there on the market. So you get a brief history of each breed of sheep, and then the wool that they provide, what they're good for, what is the wool good for next to skin wear, is it good for outerwear, is it good for felting, why that wool is so good at what it does. It's just all around a really fantastic, informative book that just made me even more passionate about the wool that I'm knitting with. And then the last book I have to recommend is for people like me who are just knitting their very first sweater, or who have just started getting into sweater knitting. It is Knit to Flatter, the only instructions you'll ever need to knit sweaters that make you look good and feel great, by Amy Herzog. So this is all about how to take a pattern and tailor that pattern to fit your body. So if you have a narrow waist, wider hips, broad shoulders, whatever it is, this book will help you make sure that your sweater fits you perfectly. If you're like me, I am so nervous about my first sweater not fitting me great. I'm trying it on every inch I make in progress. So this is just a really great book if you notice that you want a tighter waist. This book will help you get that tighter waist so you look fabulous in the garments that you're making. And that is all I have for you guys today. If you are into knitting or crocheting or any sort of fiber arts, we do have Sit and Stitch now at the library. We meet the second and fourth Monday of every month from 5 to 6, just in our upstairs meeting room. And it's just a very casual get together where we can all sit, participate in our fiber arts crafts of choice, chat with each other, enjoy some snacks. Beginners are welcome. We have free patterns and yarn for you to practice on. So please stop by and say hi. And that is all we have for you today on To Read or Not to Read. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.